IVM.
कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen yaar, don't be so conservative. Yes, from a cupboard in Malba Hill, live broadcast of a show called Cyrus Says. And I must tell you, as I start the show, the sun has come out, the rain has receded for a while, and with the sun comes a very sunny personality, old friend of mine. We used to work in radio. Well, she still worked in radio many years before and after. I had a small stint here and there, and before she sacked me, we had a good time. I'll get to that in a second, but first, here's my thought for the day, which was shared by my 14-year-old. And so tell me, what did the dog say, or rather, what did the doctor say to the dog who was licking his balls? Let me bring in Shifa at this moment. Shifa,
Hi,
can you answer my question? What did the vet say to the
please.
dog who was licking his...
Solve the mystery.
Please.
Tell us.
Okay, he said thanks.
Super.
Just set the tone for this show, and so that you don't take it too seriously and get upset in the middle, like 50% of our guests who walk out by 20th minute.
Feeling overwhelmed, anxious, struggling with too many obstacles, don't know where your life is headed? Well, if you are dealing with one or all of these, tune into the Positively Unlimited podcast, because in each episode, I share a life lesson, a life hack, a pro tip that can help you get your life back on track. All episodes are available on the IBM website, IBM Podcast app, or wherever it is that you get your podcast from.
Shifa, first, let me tell everyone. Everyone means I don't even know how many people listen to this podcast, but we fudge it for sponsorship and all. We've been fudging it left, right, and center. So we'll just say millions. But we used to work together. We were almost colleagues. I mean, you were obviously in the corporate structure very high up, and I was just another claver. But
No, we weren't.
you remember? In Radio Mirchi, we had a nice stint together.
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
We did. Actually, even before that, Cyrus, we did a pilot together at UTV. Remember? And when I was
Oh,
with UTV, and we did some
Oh.
comedy thing, and you were most upset because I sent Farooq, the production man, to your house. And he was so upset with that. I remember.
Why was I upset? He came to my house. Oh, because he can't
Yeah.
drive with me all the way. Is that
I
it?
had no idea.
Because my dad's
I
name is
remember
Farooq, so you'd have caused confusion in any case.
Probably. I just
So you
remember
must
that
have sent the guy to make sure I come there. There must be a
Yeah,
reason, right?
Yeah.
And it must have been the usual South Bombay to suburbs sojourn, which I'm going on after this show as well. So maybe that was the reason behind that. What happened to that pilot? It obviously didn't get approved because I can't remember.
No, it didn't.
Damn it. Was it really
But-
bad, or should it have been approved? Was it about cricket?
No, it wasn't. It was about trading places where celebrities became normal people and stuff like that. It was
Oh.
years ago. Doesn't matter.
Celebrities can't become normal people. Have you seen their Instas? Absolutely out of control. Do not ever say things like that. Shifa, this show is dedicated to you. You're part obviously of the IVM family, which means you make no money and work long hours in the morning.
Yes.
Shall we start with that first? The second season of Smile India, and then we'll go into your entire life. So tell us just a little bit about Smile India. First season went very well. So this is now the second season, and you want to. The whole idea is just to make people happy, is it?
Yes.
Because my show does the opposite. So it's a balance.
No, I like people smiling. I don't like them sulking. So which is why. No, but actually the idea came out of anger. One night I was really upset because everywhere, whether it's newspapers, whether it's TV news, everything was negative and this is being banned and that is wrong. And I was like, there must be something right, yeah, something in this country, worth talking about, worth appreciating. So which
Maybe
is
on the
when
border.
No, it's there in the country.
Not
You just don't know.
in the heartland. You found good things
All
in the
over.
heartland. In the state of
including
Uttar Pradesh. Oh, okay, go on.
So, which is why I started a Facebook page called Good News Indians, which every day I curate news that's good about India. So whether it's an article, videos, photographs, and that's where the
Okay, so now I understand. So you're looking for real stories to help people feel a little happy, to show that everything is not doom and gloom, right? So we do a similar thing, but we make it up. We just tell happy
No,
stories
you
which are complete lies. Like a child lost in the forest, finding her parents after 7 years. Although now she has a beard and barks like a wolf. Wolves don't bark, howl. So we make up these stories, and people feel good. So in a sense, we're going towards the same direction.
No, not at all. I find real stories. I research them and I cross check facts and then I put them out. So yeah,
But feel
so
free to
I
ignore
have
me
a
at any point and put off the laptop and carry on with your life. I don't want to waste your time.
sure, but you listen to real stories on the podcast.
But tell me one thing: do people write in once you've already had a season, so it's sort of popular, and so do people also send things in? Say, Shifa, check this out. You get people sending things in. Strangers, I'm talking about, not friends.
No, it does happen. It happens sometimes, and sometimes they're kind of lame things, so I can't do anything about it. But I thank them and I smile sweetly when they call on the phone as well.
Can you tell me one lame thing? Because what one person finds happy and milk of human kindness is not exactly the same for another person.
Yeah, so somebody told me about we're teaching children in rural areas and stuff, and I thought it was really sweet. And then when after I spoke for a bit, I realized they're charging a whole lot of money for that. So I was like, okay, I'll get back to you. So
What are you
stuff.
saying? That's not a happy story. That's a
No,
capitalist happy story. Wow, that's exciting. Hey, listen, why don't we just do this whole show on lame stories? I mean, not your
no,
show, the show we're doing right now. Your show is genuinely good stories, but we can just go. We can explore your life later, and we can just talk about lame stories. I love lame stories. Tell me
I
more.
don't have too many, but yeah, the point is that actually, if you look around, there's so much good happening. Yeah, and, the thing is, there's also stuff that you can learn from it. I mean, when I first listen to something, and I think that, oh God, this is so funny, and then when I think about it, it's actually stuff that we can all do in our lives. So like, there's this man in Kerala who one day got up in the morning and decided that the biggest problem is that there's too much plastic being used. So from his house, his wife, kids, everybody was like shocked. He started throwing out everything that was plastic. And then he went to office carrying a steel dabba, and everybody, including his bosses and all, he went and gave them all a lecture about how dare you use plastic, that's so terrible. And by evening, he convinced the office, it was a government office, that there will be no plastic glasses to serve water, tea, coffee. He made them by steel. And soon after that, he retired. And then he decided to help the entire locality. So every month, he goes and buys wholesale cloth bags and, distributes them to people and takes away the plastic bags. And then he carries steel dabbas to the, local bania shop.
But who
And
pays? Who pays for the cloth bags?
he himself, because this is his mission to help the world. And
And
then
he's
he
not a
goes
very rich man.
not at all. He's a very this thing, but he goes now. He's got the entire area, the colony which he lives in, to go to the shop and tell the shopkeeper, cut the bag open, put this into my steel dabba and carry it from there. So they're embarrassed, but they don't know what to do with so much plastic around. But I think that it's a good thing. It's a good thing to learn.
He's
I'm
brought
sure it
change.
looks
He's actually
funny.
brought
Yeah.
change. Maybe that's the way to do it in India. I'm doing it myself here. I don't want to brag, but I do a similar thing here in my lane in Little Malba Hill, where the poor people are wandering around with no money. And I just try to go. I go up to all the uncles and elderly people and say, "Please, uncle, wear short pants. Don't wear long pants. It just looks bad. It's too hot. It's stupid, and in the rain, it makes no sense whatsoever." So that's what I'm saying. These are they're not as heartwarming as your story, but also one is trying to do its our best to keep people happy. Okay, listen, lots to talk about. Let's go right to it. I love a bio which says the word I. Okay, when it comes in, it's like you've written it yourself. Okay, this is normally somebody in a marketing space will write for somebody else, and so that's one thing. This is I have over 20 years experience in media from
You're
journalism.
not
I moved
supposed
to
to read it out like that, Cyrus.
I
That
want
was
to.
silly. Yeah,
It's
that
a
is
happy story. It's a very happy story. I love it. Yeah. Okay, listen. We'll cut to the chase. The very interesting thing is that okay, you started with UTV. Take us to the beginning. Why did Shifa get into the business? Why were you here? What were you going to do? Was there a wrong turn which brought you here? Were you doing something
uh,
else?
something that I can't tell you more fun stories. I thought that was what we were going to talk about, Smile India.
We will. We'll come back to that. I just want a little bit about the background. It's always fun to
Oh,
see how people reach where they reach.
okay. ठीक.
So yeah, just was there something else you were going to do, or were you always focused on getting into media and advertising and making shows, etc.?
No. Yeah, actually, I loved writing. So I think when I was in college and I wrote, somebody published, actually, when I was a kid, somebody published my article in Target magazine. And I thought that was like the ultimate thing in life. And then
Target. I remember Target.
that was the Target. And then
This is our generation, 80s,
yeah.
80s, yeah.
And then I wrote
Huh.
for Midday and I wrote for Bombay Times, and I thought journalism karna hai. And then I did mass comm from Sapphires.
Great that you mentioned journalism with Midday and Bombay Times, but no, that's fine. Huh?
Listen, that was, they just started, and not Midday was from when we were kids, but yeah, that was, yeah. So I got into journalism. I was with the Express Group. Uh, at I think 21 or so, I became the editor of TV and Video World, which was a magazine then, back in the day. And then I got into television from there, and then it just continued. So I did TV, I did radio, I did
Wait,
film.
don't rush so fast. Let's go to the beginning. So you got to TV. Let's get to TV. So journalism, fine. So you were writing. Some of the other made the transition to TV, which was like the infancy of the industry of the present day Indian television boom, right?
Yeah,
UTV being the forerunner, you were there. So tell us,
yeah.
Shakalaka Boom Boom and Shagun, what was your contribution?
I was at that time what we called executive producers. Yeah. So you put together the entire team. You sometimes sat and wrote it. Got made sure shoots happened on time. It was the entire thing. I mean, we did a lot of what I call gada mazduri during our TV days. I
Okay,
don't
so
think.
that batch of UTV would the Derek Alfonso be there at that time?
Uh,
Shanaz,
no,
Derek, Jimmy. Okay,
there was yeah. It was the same. They were in advertising. Davin's group was
all right.
had
They
all
were
these people.
advertising. That's right.
But
That's
in
right.
television, there was Anita Horam, there was me, there was
Oh, Anita
Neeraj.
Horam. She worked with us at MTV after that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Excellent. What a small world. I'm just writing note to self. Don't try and show off by name dropping. If they don't work, it looks stupid. Okay. Got it. Okay. Then this very
And of course,
interesting
there was
story.
Ronnie and Rina.
Ronnie. Yeah. Ronnie, of course. Rohington, as I like to call him. My
Yeah,
buddy.
right.
Uh,
I
Ro-
that in front of.
uh, no, but there's a lovely thing here which I need to get into. You moved to Delhi and then you set up a Nepalese channel.
Yes, a TV channel. It was
So just
Nepal's first. When I moved to Delhi, there wasn't much TV happening in Delhi, and I didn't want to work for a news channel. And
why
at
did you move to
that point,
Delhi?
I got married and I moved to Delhi because I thought that that's what you normally do. But
No, I
after
got married and stayed in Bombay. Most of my friends who got married stayed where they were.
Cyrus, I didn't know. You didn't tell me that at that point. So anyway, when I learned later, I moved back to Bombay
Damn
and I
it, it's
got
all
married
our
to
fault
someone.
for not telling you. Yeah. Okay, we'll leave that aside. Let's get back to the birth of the Nepalese channel or the first Nepali channel. Huh.
Yeah, it was called
Sorry.
Nepal One. It's still a very popular channel there. It was before that they only had Nepal TV, which was like Doordarshan. They didn't have any channel which was a private channel. So the challenge of setting it up from ground zero was so much fun because they had no idea. So I was actually taking writers from Bombay, making them stay in Kathmandu for like 3 months, 4 months, getting friends to move to Kathmandu with to help me set
It's a
up the
lovely
channel.
place. I've been there.
Oh yeah, it's a lovely place, but they don't like to work too much. So it was a huge challenge. Actually, I think I had two experiences. I
Slightly
set up,
racist comment. I'm just putting it
but
down
it's
again.
true.
Huh.
Sure.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So I worked in Kathmandu and I worked in Goa, and after that, I can't go there on a holiday because
So
I
now you're
know what
trying
the
to
people are.
put both the states together to lessen the blow. Fair enough. But I would never notice this because I don't like to work either. So if you put me to these places, I just would just go over my head
You
if they're
just get
working or
a
not.
whole lot of money, Cyrus, to go there and have fun. So it's not like that for everybody. So yeah, so we had
Shifa,
to go
that's
there. And
that's really mean. That's I can't. That's like a blow. You hurt my heart right now. I'm breathing hard now. How can you say this in lockdown? Where's the money? We're sitting looking at these silly screens and trying to work. And even now, I have to go to car. It's
and
not
you're
even
going
like there's no
to
money.
car for recordings and stuff.
It's for
You're
a
very
film for
traveling.
which we no, but we're not getting paid extra. It's dubbing or cleaning up of that film that we've done already. So it's not like they. I was hoping they would. I checked with the manager. I would have left early if they said there's money involved. Now we just have to do it. You don't understand how the suffering happens in our side of the street. But this is your
If
show. Let's
Shanti
not
is
keep
still
talking.
managing you, I don't believe that. But anyway,
Who, who,
let's
who, who,
continue.
who? Not Shanti. So much. Shanti is now a superstar. She's
Yeah,
a producer. They produce 7 films. They don't even take the phone if I call. I am handled by
that's
a girl called
that
Pooja.
can't
Very
happen.
sweet. She's 16 years old. Very young. and
Yeah.
has never left the house, doesn't know what life is like. But then look at the stuff you've done. You moved back to TV and you went back to UTV. Sorry,
Yes.
Bombay, India.
I never lived in Kathmandu. I lived between Delhi and Kathmandu. So yeah, but when I moved back to Mumbai, UTV was home, so I went back to UTV. And at that point, I started. No, I did Radio Mirchi before that in Delhi. And so when I came to Bombay, and I happened to bump into Zarina, and she told me to watch. Bindas was their flagship channel
Channel.
then.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I was like, who does your music programming? So she's like, why? So I said, because it's all wrong. So she said, okay, come do it. So that's where I went back to do music programming. And from there, we started, doing more
But
stuff.
then
And that's how,
when I kept bumping to you in Radio Mirchi, I was always, of course, I would come in at about 10:30 or whatever to record. You'd always enter office at 11:30, which I found awful. But since you were the boss, I just couldn't understand that. But I never made a point of it. Poor Claver was there even earlier than you, and he had no dedication to duty either, so I just couldn't fathom that. But so you ran Radio Mirchi also for some time, didn't you? Because
yeah,
you were
that was
there.
after
I have a strong memory of meeting you all the time.
yeah, because after I
So
moved
when did you
back,
do all this?
I moved, I started radio in Delhi with Radio Mirchi, and then I moved from Delhi to Bombay with Radio Mirchi. And after radio, I got back to TV with UTV.
Okay. So you went back to TV, and then you went into this fictional Balaji motion pictures space as well.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You don't want to talk about that?
I have no problems talking about it. It was just, see, if
That's
you're
very
from TV,
interesting because you've covered so many different genres already. It's
yeah,
almost like that doesn't bother you.
media agnostic. I learned
Media
that term. So
agnostic. I
yeah,
don't know. I really like that. It's a secularism of sorts. It's like it's
that's
almost like
right.
you take the challenge on. You don't prejudge the challenge. We hear in our business all the time people saying, "I want to do this. It's rubbish. The plot is crap. I won't work with these people. It's B grade, C grade, D grade. It's a left wing, right wing." It seems like for you, it's just a let's go there and let's do it. So you're the kind of person
Correct.
I want in my army because that's how Alexander, conquered the world, or Genghis for that matter. People don't ask twice; they just follow. That's fabulous, fantastic. So you and me should lead the country. We've got
Yeah,
that,
right.
that presence. Yeah.
Yeah.
This procrastinating, this Hamlet, like, to be or not
Only
to be
you're
has
a
to end now.
townie, and I live in the suburbs. But anyway, I think that helps as well because we have the entire city covered.
Yeah. Now don't fight over the geography. What is the big deal? We have a bridge, literally, metaphorically as
Yeah,
well. Of course, I have to check if I have money inside that thing. I'm going there after a long time. So I'm going to have to go through those lines. Don't remind me. Okay. Now,
I have.
you then did Channel V and became programming head at Channel V.
No, I was not programming it. I just did shows for Channel when they started doing
Okay.
fiction shows. So I did a whole lot of shows for them.
Okay.
Twist Wala Love and Confessions of a Teenager. Yeah. No, Secret Diaries.
I do remember suddenly they started these shows with five people in a room talking very softly, and like, they just changed the
That's not
programming
true. This
completely.
was like proper fiction shows, which we shot in Mud Island. So yeah, they were very
Yeah.
interesting stories.
Note to people who are getting into the industry: when there's no budget, they put you in Mud Island. Trust me, I've been there for 40 years now. I should set up shop.
So,
Um,
so I still
then
go to
it's
Mud
true.
Island.
Yeah, I keep telling everybody: see, Shah Rukh Khan doesn't come to Mud Island. So when you're on Mud
He
Island, you know
does
you're going
actually.
nowhere. He
No,
doesn't
actually
come
he
to
does.
Mud Island. When is the
I'll
last
tell
time
you,
Shah Rukh Khan was in Mud Island? Huh?
Paris, I was shooting a Channel V show and he was shooting in the next bungalow. And somebody told me that I didn't believe it. So I went to see and he was there. So, yeah.
This is circa 2005 or 10 or something.
No, this was that Rohit Shetty film, Dilwale. So yeah, probably 8, 10 years ago. No, 5, 6 years ago.
He was actually looking for land. He wasn't shooting. But that's all
Yeah,
changed now. He's bought
yeah,
land in Dubai against the run of
yeah.
play. So, okay, quickly, let's cover the other things. We'll go back to the Smile India and the main show on IVM. Then, the first live digital portal. Yeah, we must mention this. You can see I've done my
Hmm.
research. It's all there on my right there.
Yeah.
So, you began working on your own production house. I think that's the real change, right? So,
Yeah.
this is the next step. What was the production house called? Shifa Stories.
Hashtag Fame was this live digital portal, which was good fun, was really interesting. And Shah Rukh Khan was a brand ambassador. But after that shut shop, I was like,
Show off.
that's true. And
Okay.
my husband by then had his own production house, and they seemed to be having so much fun. So I said, okay, can I come and work with you? And that's how I became part of Brands and Stories.
Okay. So you do advertising, AFPs. I don't know what that is. But then you do production. What else? What else?
Yeah, yeah.
What else? for the Z Group and Times Group. You won talent track, and what is these awards that you win? Please, can you enlighten us?
I with our team won that. So yeah, this is for a series we did for Ant Pictures called Sapno Ki Udaan, which is their tagline. So we
Hmm.
did a feature on women who are living their dreams. Pan India, went and met women, and this is really interesting. So yeah, that came out well, did very well digitally, and that's what won awards.
Shifa, would you say Mamta Banerjee is living her dreams after the
Uh,
landslide victory from a month ago?
See,
Pregnant
we didn't
pause,
have
awkward moment. Huh.
totally, but again, you've told me so late. Otherwise, I would have featured her in Sapno Ki Udaan, but no, that didn't happen.
Okay. Well, I remember doing Radio Mirchi Awards also. You were part of that. There are a lot of these. Every year they had. Did they have Radio Mirchi Award show?
Yeah, Mirchi Music Awards.
Mirchi Music Awards. Yeah. Okay. Then you. Now this is very interesting. You finished India's first poker reality show, The Player Hunt,
That's
hosted
right.
by Ranvijay, MTV's Ranvijay, right?
No, he's Ran Vijay. He's has a life besides MTV also.
But the same guy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, same guy.
What are you doing to me? There's no way I can identify these people if you don't give me a background. Yeah. So he plays poker, or you just use them
He
as a
plays
host.
poker very well. Yeah, he's a very good poker player.
Okay.
And so he was
You
the
know, Amit
host of the
Doshi is a
show.
very good poker. Amit Doshi is a very good
Yeah,
poker
yeah,
player, and he
I
lost
didn't know
all his
that.
money playing poker. Yeah, which means he's not a very good player.
Are you serious? I'm going to get him season two.
Amit
Season two.
Doshi has a poker addiction. I've spoken to people who are
Really?
trying to help him out of it. He can't stop
No,
playing
no,
once he
I'm going to get
starts.
him on season two. Yeah, for sure.
And he's got this
I
whole
didn't know.
South Bombay rich elite group of businessmen and all that he plays with who have lots of money, and I'm sure we'll be able to sponsor your next season.
Thank you so much. This is gold. Yeah,
we had the
thank
other
you.
guy Amit Verma, who used to work at MTV, and then he's a full-time writer now, I think. He lived off poker for about 10 years.
Really? No,
Yeah.
actually I just got to know this world of poker thanks to the show and Poker High, which is the portal that put it as in
Okay,
sponsored the
I'll give
entire
you one
thing.
more pal of mine, a young lad called Mishal, who works out with me. In fact, he's just broken the 440-pound deadlift barrier, and he's also a very good poker player. So
Really?
you just tell me,
Do you
I can be like
play?
the pimp. I, I hate poker. I hate any game except chess. Okay, but I would never disrespect Vishy Anand and pretend to win using machines and computers and friends. That I would not do. But sorry, I personally don't like card games. I found them extremely boring. I shake a lot, Shifa. I can't sit still. I can't, it's just not my thing. You got to be calm to play these kind of games. I'm
Yeah,
better
but
like
if you're playing online, you don't need to maintain a poker face, which is what the
but you've
portal
got
is
to
all about.
concentrate for a long time. It's not
Yeah,
fun
that you
for
got.
people like me. Yeah, but it's got a huge. I didn't know it had such a huge fan base and so many
Neither did
people.
I. It's got a huge fan base. Yeah.
Let's bitch it out, man. What the hell is so great about this stupid game? I mean, it's
No,
the
no, no. It's
slowest
it's
thing
a
ever.
wonderful game. I'm doing season two, Cyrus. Please remember, it's a wonderful game, and everyone should be playing poker.
Ranvijay, grow up, yaar. Do something more with your life. What is this poker? I'm
Vijay's
just kidding.
brother Harman is so good poker. He was the mentor
Yeah,
on the show. So yeah,
but he's younger.
yeah. So
Wow.
what? But he plays poker
So
better than him for a longer time.
not to sound like your chamcha, but it's very interesting. You've done so many different things. I mean, if you sit down and look back at your life, we can't pigeonhole you anywhere. Really, honestly, I'm just thinking you've done everything. You've done literally from making small dramas to reality sort of advertising sort of shows to brand stories. I mean, and now this poker, which is like a new frontier. You're going to exploring something which nobody would have taken seriously visually. I would think. I
Yeah.
understand if you're playing it, but anyway.
And this is
So
a
well done.
reality show. We had
I
12
know, but it's still
participants, and
yeah.
it was so much fun because some of them learned poker on the show, and so that kind of made it interesting. And the girl who won the first season is actually a Hindustani classical singer from Bhilwara.
Oh
So I
God,
thought
did she
that was
sing then?
amazing. Yeah, she sang
Oof.
as well.
All right.
Please check
Okay.
it out. It's on Facebook. The Player Hunt.
Oh, it's on Facebook.
Yes.
Okay. I will. I
Yeah,
will.
the entire show.
I don't have access to the internet beyond this 1 hour, but I will try and figure it out, and I will definitely get back to watching this entire show. Now, let's
Sure.
go back to Smile Stories. Huh?
Smile India.
Smile India. Shiva, would that be a
Yeah.
criticism when you put India there that it's like leaving out the other countries, like and encouraging people to make fun of the neighboring countries and all that because it's Smile India?
It's about yeah, no, it's about India, and I'm Indian, and so yeah, I at this point I talk about stories that make us smile as Indians, and also it's in
Okay.
Hindi and English both because we realized that actually that was Kavita's idea, and I'm really thankful to her because I didn't realize that there's such a huge audience in Hindi as well. And, so we
There's a
started
bigger
getting.
audience in Hindi, you know that very well. And if you listen to cricket commentary on AIR, you'll understand it's great fun when they have disconnected conversations in two languages simultaneously. Like one guy's talking about something else, the other guy, or ye again, hawa mein ja raha hai. Yes, I would think that they should have batted him at number 4, and they don't even, it doesn't even, it's for me, it's like a romance. This Jugalbandi that's reverse. It's just beautiful. So I hope that's what's happening
But
on the poker.
no, that's not what's happening. We have two separate episodes that I record. One is in English,
Damn
one
it.
is in Hindi.
But you don't repeat the same story, no? Whenever we've done these things in two languages and all that, it's so boring to repeat it.
It's the same episode. One's in English, one's in Hindi. And it's interesting because it's a different audience. And I realized that the stories sound different in different languages. And yeah, so that's interesting.
Which is the really cliche question, but which is the one? Is there one story that you think is just phenomenal? Like the masterpiece of all that you've heard so far, or is that really unfair question because you've got many?
Yeah, it's very unfair. And last season I was doing 3 episodes a week. So yeah, there's a lot of stories. But now it's once
You'll
a
have
week.
pressure to find them, no, Shifa? It'll be a little pressure to find them if you're going 3 a week. Not to paint a picture of gloom, but Shifa, the moment you started telling us you've gone, we can't hear you. The sound is gone. Don't worry. We'll take a quick break while you sort that out, and I'll bring Silvery in, so that gives you a few seconds to.
पेश खिदमत है आपकी शान में हमारे अंजुमन से. Hi, I am Sadaf.
And I'm Arshit. खाने का इतिहास, economics, policy, psychology, सब है मेन्यू पे.
Only on the Nankari podcast every Wednesday. सिर्फ IVM podcast ऐप या वेबसाइट पर या फिर जहां से भी आप अपने पॉडकास्ट सुनते हो.
Silvery young man, please join the show. Tell us your Smile India
Hello.
stories. He's very
Hi,
positive.
good morning. Good morning, Shifa.
He's very
Yeah.
positive, and after he
I know.
imbibes certain nefarious products, he's even more positive. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, Shifa, please
Yes.
tell us some of the stories you were just about to tell us. Yes.
Okay, so I'll tell you some more stories. I'll tell you about this couple, or actually this woman in the old age home, in an old age home, which was in Karnataka. And she was 76 years old. Her children had kind of abandoned her, but she was happy in her space. And then there was this guy who came in, and he was about 10 years younger than her, about 65, and they just became very good friends. And in the course of an year, and their interactions and stuff, they fell in love, and then they got married in the old age home.
Huh.
And now they kind of moved out and stuff. And I think it's so cute, and how you can find love at any age and at any place.
It's a lovely story, but do you honestly think they'll have a jubilee?
I just think whatever time they spend together and they're happy, I think that's what matters.
Shifa, don't answer silly questions. Move on with the next beautiful story. No, I was trying to ask you, as you got cut off because of audio disturbances, because of construction work that's not your fault in your building. Where are you staying at the moment?
I'm in Juhu. Yeah.
In Juhu, all those rich film stars breaking buildings left, right, and center. How do you see that you have to be very prolific, I presume, and you want a certain quality of stories like the one you just told us, and you don't want to make up because you're not insincere like I am. So how is it a lot of pressure to find good stories then if you're doing it like every 2 or 3 days?
See, the thing is, like I told you, I have a Facebook page as well. So I'm constantly, looking for stories, and which is what, so there are so many there that I pick the ones which I think would translate well into audio, and I get them here. So yeah.
So you have surplus?
Yeah, I have. You want some?
No, I don't like happiness. It's a highly overrated concept. What do you do with it?
No, you listen
I feel
to
it
the
leads to
podcast.
stupidity. Go on.
Like there's this, so in the Udaipur jail, they made an open university where all the inmates are being taught depending on what they want to learn. So they are taught painting. So they painted the entire walls of the jail. They're taught, carpentry. They're taught music. They're taught film editing, and even stuff like somebody wants to learn how to cut hair, so they get experts to come in there and all. So I think that's another beautiful concept, and it should be yoga they're taught.
Yep.
It should be replicated.
But it could backfire. The guy learns painting, it could backfire because once he gets out and he starts robbing houses again, he forgets what he's doing and he goes in the house and starts painting it, and then he gets caught. So, I mean, I just think of it from different. Okay, Go ahead with more stories. I read these stories all the time in the paper. I search for them where crooks make mistakes. We've discussed a couple, right, Silvery? Where they went to sleep on the bed.
People,
He found the bed to
yeah,
be really
correct.
lush and lavish, and he went to sleep with after burglaring the house. He wakes up, the cops are standing over him. One of those.
Yeah.
Those are also happy stories, by the way, Shifa.
Correct.
It's just really cute
But
that the guy is so
Experiences, yeah.
unprofessional
Yeah.
while robbing a house. Do you ever do anything like
But
that? You try anything from left field, so to speak, which is slightly controversially funny, happy?
No, I'll probably call you up when I need more. But you still don't have a cell phone. So yeah.
No, I have a cell phone. See,
you do?
with the
Wow.
little doggy at the back. Yeah.
Awesome.
I got the cell phone because I had to pick and drop my kids. Now, so the other parents started shouting at my wife. So first I used my mother's cell phone. So now I know all her friends, and then I had to buy her a cell phone. It's a long story, but it's a happy story also. If you want to add this story to your tales.
No, but I remember the time when people who wanted to get in touch with you when you were in the studio used to call me up. Or if we needed something, we'd call up Kunal or Aisha and find out where Cyrus is.
Yeah. No. I used everybody's phones. You have no idea. Not yours, but Claver's for sure. In the sense that I would give the number also because I'll be here between for 2 hours. You can call. Initially, everybody's very cool about it. By the third time or fourth time it happens, they're really pissed. It's a happy story again. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I remember. It has great memories. My number.
Silvery, we worked in. She was running Mirchi, and we worked there, I think, 2-3 years at least. And so we have lots of nice. We just sat there, and I don't know when we recorded anything. We just sat there and gossiped and laughed. And
then I remember once when you called up a friend of mine in Delhi and told her that you wanted to cast her in a South Indian film, and the poor girl really believed it. And now she doesn't talk to me after that. But yeah, I remember.
We did a gag, but you must have planted it. Yeah, of course. You only planted it. I remember there was a smoking area outside on the back room door thing, which looked over Lata Mangeshkar's palatial house and all that. And that's where all these schemes were hatched. We'd go out there and, God. Happy stories. Silvery is almost smiling. Yeah.
Okay. Shifa, can I ask how?
Go on.
How long does it take you to curate one episode? Or maybe at the week worth of episodes? Yeah, 3 episodes a week you were doing, right?
That was quite crazy. At that point. But the thing is, like I said, I look up stories, I look for stuff, I research it for my page on Facebook. So I have it, and then what tends to happen is I need to be really careful about things not being similar. So if there's one about a teacher, I don't want to put in another teacher story. So about 2 days, I'd say, by the time I do the research, write it, record it.
Wow.
Are there any trolls? Anybody who gets angry with the stories, or who maybe was involved in the story or knows about the same story and gives a different perspective? Do you ever get anything like that?
I think, sometimes, there are a few things, but I choose to ignore it.
So nothing has become really horrible. Not like our show. All the feedback is so bad, it's scary. Silvery, don't answer any emails. Okay? The nicest thing they ever say in the email is hello. Hello is the only civilized word. Or hi there. And after that, it's just downhill. It's terrible. Really. We hate the show. We hate the host.
I get lots of people saying good things.
Huh? Maybe let him finish. Yeah, what?
I think, Cyrus, you're so right. I literally on our email get emails just with the word hello and no body. Just to Cyrus Brota, hello.
That's me.
That's
me. I am just technologically challenged. I've reached hello here. Come on, give me some time. It'll all work out. Okay, let's go back to the stories. Do you ever feel, okay, this is a mean question, but do you ever feel bored? Because I'm looking at your body of work, and you could never have been bored because you've gone crisscrossed everywhere, literally geographically and also, in a realistic sense. And do you ever get bored if you're now doing just this, for example, on a very regular basis? Like, high number of stories, etc. Does it ever get to you that same old?
Not at all. I won't do anything that bores me. And like you've seen with the amount of crazy stuff I've done, if I get bored, I just move on. But no, I enjoy it. That's why I do it. I mean, that's the only reason why I do it. And it's really interesting in different parts of the country and the kind of stuff you get to know. And I just got to know about the whistling village in Meghalaya where everybody whistles and the language is in whistles.
Wow.
So I think that's amazing. Wow. It's really amazing. And you get to know so many interesting things about India.
Are you serious? It's an alternative language they use, like a second language. Okay. But only that village, no surrounding village can understand.
Yeah, it's not just that village, about 20-30 villages in the area. So it's It's like P language where nobody else can understand and only you can.
Wapatapa
But I think it's
hepelapa
lovely.
you put a popping about. A pop out. It's been a
Yes,
long
yes,
time. It's been a
Cyrus.
long time. Shall we try a whistling language? Let's see how far we go.
No, I don't know how to whistle.
Hey, bro, this will be a great podcast. You don't have to prepare also.
That's it. That's all you do the
Let's work on
entire
that. Let's work on this. My lazy bone is already getting excited by this. Excellent. Yeah. Okay. Is there such a thing as too much happiness? And secondly, Shifa, why is it that the media, at least it appears to be in the last 10, 15 years, and worldwide media, I'm not saying India, always seems to always go for tragedy, fear. Fear is huge. A disaster. These are the things that they want to sell more. And we rarely see any happy stories.
Because fear sells, and fear is what gets everyone going, and which is why then that's what people want to. And then now there's a WhatsApp university as well, so everybody keeps forwarding things, everybody talks about things. So that's what I try to do in a small way, is a antidote to that.
Is it like almost like a signature on where humanity is going, that nobody seems to want to do happy stories? That you're almost like, I can't think of a second person who actually is sitting there and trying to. We tried to do that at the beginning of lockdown. Me and Silvery, we
Yep.
said we'll try and source happy stories and put them up. And after 3 weeks, we gave up. But I can't think of anyone who you open the paper or the media publication or online where the person is actually saying, "Look, I'm here to help you feel better." You know, except for page 3 where there's some ridiculous makeup artist fights with the actress, and that's those are happy stories.
That's pain.
That's paid happy story. Yeah, that's not good. So why is there something wrong with us as human beings worldwide?
Well, I think that, like I said, that tragedy sells and scary stories is what people enjoy. But if you give them a chance, you give them happy stories, you give them feel good stories, they like that as well. But nobody, does that. So, which is why Smile India.
Karan Johar tried to do that. Karan Johar tried to do that, but he's not been taken seriously for some reason. Yeah.
Then he made lust stories after that.
But they were happy love stories, weren't they? I mean, a lot of crying and all that. 15 minutes of crying per picture at least. You could, rest, or you could have your cigarette break. But yeah, those happy movies have gone out of fashion also. Okay, let's not
Yeah.
belittle him. Before we go to the AMAs, I just wanted to say one thing, which I think generally speaking, if one looks around, nobody ever has a premise that let's go with Happy Sunny. Nobody does that. I honestly, we all imbibe so much every day, but there's nothing like that, unless of course you go to a comedy thing, but that's different. That's like a genre where they're just trying to be funny. I'm talking about these happy inspirational sort of stories which you look at, and then you say, wow, the world is not such a bad place because so and so, exactly, the old lady finding
Right.
love after being neglected by one of her husband family at the age of 76, which tells me that there's hope for my wife, to find love one day.
Right.
I will tell her this story and hopefully make her happy. Yeah, so I'm fascinated more about the human experience sometimes. So why we seem to almost perversely flirt with danger, tragedy, fear, panic, chaos, conspirational sort of thinking. You just look at the WhatsApps and all that you mentioned, and they fly all so fast. You can't keep them away from other people. Well, but you have a nice
Yeah.
story about a
Yeah.
kid with one leg who won the Olympics. It didn't happen, but supposing it did, that story doesn't go anywhere.
True.
So I'm just
So it
fascinated
is
by
like
whether we are
it,
just
it,
little sick as humanity.
yeah, we look for stuff like that. But like I said, if you look the other way, you look at sunshine, you find it. So there are a whole lot of things to be happy about, and it never finds itself, hardly ever finds itself in mainstream media. So it should. And Smile
I'll
India
take
is
I'll take
one
that.
small little koshish.
I'll take that a little further. Sunshine actually in my area is at Oval Maidan. It's a building facing the Oval. So if you want to find sunshine, technically from my house it's difficult. It's a little bit away. But just as a rider for those of people who just tuned in at this exact second and point. Okay, have you had a very satisfying time, Shifa, on this podcast?
Oh, yeah. Good fun.
Yeah, one of
Yeah.
your 5 highlights of the year.
Okay.
10?
Of
Put
the
us in
day.
20, top 20 of the day. Yes, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay,
Shifa will add this to her bio now. Okay. I was also on an episode of
I was trying to
Science.
get Shifa to look at her own life from her own eyes. Sometimes I think that's very therapeutic for the person, because nobody looks back at what they're doing. They're all rushing to the next thing. And she's got such an interesting life, which I didn't know because I've known her for so many years. But I didn't know she crisscrossed so many genres, did so many different things, and quite brave also, because you think that you're done well somewhere, why get out of it? So obviously, I hope she looks and introspects a little bit and says, "Well, not bad. I've got something about me. More than success or defeat, just the idea that you can just do different things without worrying about consequences, which I always believe.
Media agnostic.
Yeah, media agnostic, and also women are just tougher. I'm convinced now. But us men will just cling. I mean, suppose you were heading something, you just stay there. You wouldn't leave that. It's just too risky to leave that. It's a male thing. That's why I've been a watchman now for 25 years in this building. I don't feel like doing anything else. Shall we go to the AMAs?
Yes, sure.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. If you're not following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'd like to thank the sponsor of the network this week, Credencia. Thank you so much for making this possible. On Cyrus Says, Cyrus was joined by actress Shreya Pilgaonkar to talk about her career in acting. On Begin the Journey, Ashish Vidyarthi lists down the modern concepts of friendship and how one can choose the right friend circle in life on Begin the Journey. On The Habit Coach, Ashton Doctor was joined by Aisha Bilamoria to talk about running and developing an athletic mentality. Farhad and Sunetra are joined by LGBTQ workplace advocate Suresh Ramdas to discuss the new normal in queer relationships on KBCD. On Tere Mere Raste, Keshav Chaturvedi takes us to the riverbanks of Banaras and describes the soulful mornings to us. And finally, on the Positively Unlimited podcast, Chetna Chakravarti takes the fear out of the word responsibility. And with that, let's get you back to your show.
Follow me at Instagram and Twitter on Bored Brocha. I'm so bored, I need your help. I need your love. I need your touch. Okay, just follow me. All right, let's go. AMA time.
Right. The AMAs. Okay, I actually have a question of my own though. Before that, Shifa, did you have the idea a long time before you actually made it into a show, or was the time from idea to the actual show very short? Did you have the idea a few years back maybe, and it was in the back of your mind, just boiling over?
Like I said, I
You
was
always
doing,
think about it.
yeah, Good News Indians on Facebook, and that came from the fact that there was too much bad news around and was bothering me a lot. And so one night, literally at midnight, I sat and made that page. And I said, I don't care if anybody sees it or doesn't see it. I will, be putting out good, positive, uplifting stories. And that's where it, kind of came from, that I love doing it. I still continue doing it. And then I met Amit, and then we spoke about, various ideas for podcasts. And then I just mentioned Good News Indians. He said, hey, that's very interesting. And then, he looked at it, and then Amit and Kavita said, yeah, come on, let's do it. And yeah, it took some time because by the time we could, kind of decide whether it would be in English or Hindi. And then Kavita said, let's do it in both. And finally, by the time, it kind of dropped was when the lockdown just began. And I was like, oh God, now nobody will listen. But surprisingly, a lot of people were listening to podcasts at that point.
Yeah.
And
yeah. And at that point, especially, people needed more positive news, especially in the beginning of the lockdown, right?
No, Silvery, actually, there was at that point only 5 happy stories in the whole of India. So it was a real challenge to find a little more, and to go on for a year or so. How long is it? It's been, this is the 2nd season, so it's been some time.
Yeah.
But I do, and I mean this with greatest respect, you must lie. I find lying can really heal a lot of things. So we can make up lovely stories of, someone.
No, Cyrus, that is for your show. You can do the lying, I'll do the true stuff. So please come and hear this as well. No.
I'll send you stories. You will not be able to validate whether they are right or not and all that. I'll just, send you stories. Silvery's hard luck story. Silvery was born a girl. He was born a girl, and
Sure. Yes.
7 years in Panchgani changed him. It was a hairy lady, no doubt, Shifa, and it was painful. But why should we label people? So you're a hairy lady. What's the big deal? I'm a hairless man. I really am, by the way.
Yep.
So yeah, and he's come such a long way. He's also 48 years old. But he's got that Benjamin Button thing where you can't tell.
My pronouns are she, her. So just
she, her, yeah.
Just letting you guys know. Yeah, correct.
But we're looking at just inventing a new word, which is a whistle. Every time we call him, like. Okay, come on, AMAs. Next.
Yes, sure. The first AMA comes in from Kashin Shetty. He says, hi Shifaji. In your opinion, do you feel that certain shows where characters wash laptops and turn into flies are making audiences more stupid? Will the quality of the 80s TV shows ever return?
Ooh.
That depends on what people want to watch. No? I don't think the quality of the 80s TV shows... Okay, when you talk about, there were some interesting fiction shows. Yeah, they should return, and they'll return as, web series, because the web series are not... Ye Zindagi.
You can't
so many of them.
You can't compare times, because there's production values and all which are different. But just looking at plot lines, chemistry between actors, and for where we were in the 80s, talking about happy, smiley things, Yash's interview was a very good sort of sense of relief. It was very fresh. And there were a couple others. I like Premchand also. Sorry, Karamchand, not Premchand.
Wagle Ki Duniya, and there were a whole lot of them which were very interesting, and they're possibly going to be back on, OTT platforms.
Classic. OTT classics. Or are they going to rehash them? I don't like the rehashing, man. Rehashing is scary.
I know. I think even fresh stories, like, there are some things like Ye Hai Meri Family and stuff, which are very interesting and which are in that same space. There's Panchayat, which is very interesting.
But do you accept Kashin's leveling the charge that today's shows are a little ridiculously stupid and inane, some of them?
I don't do TV right now, so I'm totally agree with it. I can't watch it either.
Okay. Fair enough. Next one. Silvi?
Next one comes in from Harvesh Kasar. He says, hello all. Question for Shifa. Having explored so many genres, which is your favorite or go-to genre? Do you have one like that, Shifa?
Poker.
In which space are you talking about?
So is it podcasting? Do you prefer radio?
You mean like that?
No, I really enjoy it. I enjoy all of it. I really do, honestly. I'm currently doing a lot of work in digital, which includes, podcasts and all of it, and the kind of shows and stuff. So yeah, and I'm watching everything on OTT. So I think that's my go-to place now.
All right.
Favorite genre. Actually, I watch everything. I watch films as well.
But you watch like we watch and make disparaging remarks while watching, or you just watch with a neutral sort of no judgment?
How can you watch in neutral? I can't. I have an opinion, so I have to share it with whoever's. My husband gets to hear a lot of it, and then he tells me, you're watching the show, I'm not. So yeah.
I love it when we watch the show, abuse the show, but continue watching the show. That also tells you a little bit about yourself. Now we do that a lot. Oh, because the show's such crap and whatever.
Yeah, and then stay up all night so that you come to the series.
Yeah, but you still go on bitching it out. It's almost like the person you married sometimes, but you can't leave, whatever happens. Silvi, be careful. You talk to me before you do anything stupid. Next one.
Okay, that's sure. Next one comes in from Vinay Kumar. He says, Shifa, since you have known Cyrus for so long, do share 2 things you find fun about him and 2 things annoying/frustrating about him.
Okay. 2 things I find fun about him. Yeah, I think he is fun, which is, and what I like there's a Hindi phrase for
Short
it,
pants.
which is Hazir Jawabi. So there's nothing that he cannot talk about or he can't give you a, reply on. So that's something I really like about him. What I find annoying is that
only 2. Only 2.
Only 2. That's tough. No? I remember that one time at the airport, he embarrassed the hell out of me. And
I remember the airport.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, oh my God, how do I know that?
Yeah.
And the fact that he didn't have a cell phone. Now he has.
No. I'm saying that Shifa,
okay, tell me.
Growing up, Silvi, as a comedian, you meet people who are like, she's very gregarious actually in a group and smiles and laughs and has a whatever. So when you meet those kind of people, it always gets louder and more things happen. That's not my fault. Okay? That's not my fault because it's like
at an airport.
But airports are the place to discover people. It's my favorite. I'm so unhappy about this lockdown. I like to just wander in the airport, and talk to people even without a ticket. Oh, how life has changed, really. So sad. Anyway, so the only thing she doesn't like about me, I didn't have a cell phone. I can't agree more.
No, and another time with the same, when we were doing the UTV thing, and then I was at a restaurant and with some friends, and Cyrus, I don't know if you remember, it was in Bandra somewhere, and he comes and he, comes to touch my feet, and I was like, what happened? He's like, don't send Farooq to my house. I'm begging of you. I still remember my friends also don't let me live that down.
If I remember correctly, it's just that I have to sit for 1.5 hour drive with a guy. That's it. We could have slept in the morning or something. Yeah, poor fellow. It's not his fault. Can we squeeze one more in, Mr. Silvi?
Yes, sure. This one comes in from Bruce Wayne. This was Cyrus. He says, Cyrus, this is a random question. He says, Cyrus, what is your opinion on hair transplants?
For women, I'm all for it. I think it makes sense. For men, I think we go through stages. A lot of my male friends growing up, but you're still a little young for that, Silvi. Some in the 30s, these patches happen and we start losing our hair. And everybody goes through a very touchy phase where the guy you grew up with, you can't get into that space. It becomes like religion or something. You avoid that space and because he's dealing with it badly. And then Cut to 5-7 years later, when they've either done a transplant or gone bald or don't give a damn, and they can make their own bald jokes. But for some reason, I've noticed that in all cultures, men really struggle for a period of time with falling hair. And even when I go on body building forums online and all, one of the big things that everybody worries about always, if they want to take stuff and all, is will I lose hair? And it's amazing because many people aren't that attractive anyway. It doesn't matter if they had hair or not. But whatever. But so I'm saying, okay, if it makes you happy, what does it matter to me? I know lots of people in our business who've done it. I can name people, but I shouldn't because Saukar, Chinappa, they won't like it. And very often it doesn't work. So they have to do it twice or thrice, Saukar thrice. So, that's painful because, the hair doesn't grow back. The transplants don't, there's not a 100% guarantee. Yeah. But what do you think, Shifa? What's the biggie? It's like women putting implants or nose job or whatever. What difference does it make to me or you? I mean, people do what they do. Does it bother you?
Oh, I think it's just in your mind, and I think that men who are confident about being bald are absolutely cool, and I think they look really good. My husband is one of them.
Or cheap. They don't want to spend money on the transplant, and the wife is not complaining. So they're bach gaya. For me, cheapness is always above aesthetics.
Thank God for this.
It is expensive, by the way. It's not a joke. And if you're going to do 2 or 3 times, like the cricketer Virendra Sehwag, many of them didn't get good results. You've done it many times. So you better have a lot of money. But my point is, you're talking about happiness and Smile India. If this makes you happy, go ahead and do it. What does it matter to me? It's not harming anyone. So I just feel bad for people who get complexed about what's happening. It's like whatever it is, if you laugh about it, and then you say, okay, I had a transplant, fine. Like Harsha Bogle, he's great about it. And he's also known not to want to be, throw the money on the table either. So he just got a little bit done for the front area, but he got great results, and he started looking like Lionel Richie. But you can talk to him about it. He's really a cool guy. It's not an issue. So that's wonderful. But there are lots of other guys, and I'm talking about guys we know well enough where you think you can take that leap of faith, where this is just an area where it's like, abusing their mom or something. You don't go to that area. It's like, don't cross that spot. And I found that amazing. And I can tell you so many people I've grown up with who are just not comfy, or for a long period of time were not comfy with anybody talking like that. We had an actor who's quite famous, in theater, he was a bodybuilder, big physique and all, but he would change inside the toilet. Like in theater, you just drop your clothes wherever, there's no money involved, who gives a damn? So, he would go inside the toilet and change, and he was the best physique, so it couldn't have been that he was scared of his body or something. And then one day we found out he had a wig, so he couldn't take the t-shirt off because the wig would come out. And this is back in the 80s again. I was a young kid, but yeah. So I feel really bad for him, One he was this really buffed guy, but this thing was just belittling him. And it's sad. It's almost like an Achilles heel because the guy can't deal with that. But he's really successful. He's an advertising guy. He was a good-looking guy. Everything was going for him. And like Shifa says, they should ask the ladies. Many of them say, no, you look fine bald. We don't mind the way the hair the way it is.
Yeah, totally.
Men are idiots. I just don't like men. Oh, do we have time for one more? I have to go to car, and you've got to start the next recording, and Shifa has a life. So quick, last one.
Okay, we've answered this question multiple times. This is about Akshay Swami asks, Cyrus, what was it like to be a part of Hello Friends and play the Indian version of Chandler Bing?
It was arguably, I thought it was a highlight, one of the great moments, and I thought we would change the game and all that. It was a fabulous show, but what it turned out to be is another story altogether. So that's perception and reality, and that's not in my hands. But again, I was just discussing this. I don't know, was it online or wherever? We actually had a good time, all of us on the set, and so it's so sad that it became a point of ridicule. Of course, we should have thought it through. I had never seen Friends, so I had no idea who Bing was, whatever his name, Matthew Bing or whatever his name is. The others actually saw Friends, and they were all familiar with it because being a little more hip than I am. So they are to blame because they had an idea what they were doing. I think the biggest mistake, more than anything else, is the bad casting. Was, of course, the fact that he translated it directly from English to Hindi. So ask Shifa also, when she's doing 2 languages, is it exactly the same? So they don't translate sometimes exactly the same. Like after translating it, I mentioned it 200 times, he removed the lesbianism issue in the first episode where the wife leaves David Schwimmer for a woman, which we find funny. Perhaps not in today's climate, but then it was funny. And the whole premise is from there, all the jokes. He makes, Chinappa was playing Schwimmer, the character, the wife leaves him for a man, which is now sad. So we were really having trouble getting jokes out of it. This is like a Dilip Kumar character sitting there, looking forlorn with his double chin touching the floor. So in that sense, now if to look back, I suppose the whole idea was to localize it properly. You can't just translate, a few words here and there, and it just doesn't work. So and then suddenly find that culturally it's not, the Sanskriti mein nahi hai and all that nonsense started on set. And one with the cigarettes was removed, one with AIDS reference was removed, and they were the crux of the episode. So yeah, but it was an attempt. I've done worse things. That's the sad part. Thank God nobody's seen that. Yeah. This is not the worst moment of my career. This is somewhere in the middle, I would say. Yeah. Shifa, you have nothing to say. You're so happy with India and your smiling stories.
Smiling, yeah,
Did-
smiling. Yeah, but
Hello,
have you
friends?
really never seen Friends? Rohan?
No, I hadn't seen Friends. I was a Seinfeld guy. I didn't like Friends. It sounded a little sissy to me, honestly. It was a little macho comedy
No, it's
phase I was
it's
going
like
through. I had my own complexes.
Bible.
These three guys and three girls with high voices.
It's my go-to show.
It is, and it's my daughter's go-to
I
show.
thought-
She can quote from there, and it's ridiculous. And now I have seen a lot, but yeah. So did you see Hello Friends, and how did it change your world, Shifa?
The reunion? No, I haven't.
No, Hello Friends is our
Sorry?
show, the Hindi version. We did a show called
Yeah,
Hello
yeah,
Friends.
I tried a bit, but nahi ho paya. I tried watching it, but I couldn't. That was years ago.
Give me a minute. Just give me a few seconds.
Okay, Cyrus, I'm still your friend.
No worry, it's all good. Yeah, one day if we get to do stand up again, I'll definitely going to bid on Hello Friends, because people have to know what it's like to work with directors and people who act out characters. That's not done anymore. I think Kunal is the last person I know who does that. And when they act out the character, you just can't get that out of your head, because the guy is acting it out. "तुम ऐसा करो, फिर तू वो दो कदम मार के वहां से आते हैं, और फिर उसको ऐसा देखो, और फिर ऐसा करो." I'm like, what? It's all you're thinking. What do you say?
That's
2
really
steps,
bad.
1 step, turn, then deliver line. And it's just so wrong, because you're so away from any art form when you're doing that. All you're doing is following instructions like a kid crossing the road. Mummy says, "Beta, aage, fir right, fir left, fir aage dekho, piche dekho, fir cross karo." It's exactly like that. I'll do it when we get stand up, because I have so many stories. I used to do a very good impression of Ajit Pal, lovely guy. But like me, he wears a very tight pant, and as our summers get bigger, trying to push the shirt in and all that. And I was fascinated by all that. Couldn't focus on the show. Anyway, Shifa, this has been a wonderful time, but I have to go. You have to go, and Silvery has a job.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see and hear more of you. Keep us smiling, and feel free to use this episode
Thank you.
as one of your stories. Wipe away the pain.
We'll try, but I would just request everyone to listen to Smile India in English and Hindi every Thursday on IVM.
But not simultaneously, because that can confuse you. Namaste, hello, and
No,
Back
so
to back.
listen, listen to
Shifa,
English
be
in the
clear.
morning and Hindi in the evening or whatever. Either
Why
Yeah,
languages
perfect,
sound
perfect,
better
yeah.
in different times of the day? My God, what happened to
they
secularism?
do.
Now even languages divide us. What's going on? Only English in morning, Hindi in evening. This is a good sketch. We should do this. I like this sketch already. Okay, bye everybody. In the
Thank
words
you.
of Julius Caesar, Ave.
Okay, thank you.
See you, Shifa.
Bye.
Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps, please. We beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter on Cyrus Says In, or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
Namaskar, dear friends. My name is Ashish Vidyarthi. Life, as you know, is a journey. And you and I, travelers, how can we celebrate this travel? I have a podcast for you. Begin the journey. I share stories and moments from my life. Do tune in every Monday and Thursday to listen to my podcast on the IVM Podcast website, app, or wherever you get your podcast from. Cheers.
From uncensored and unfiltered chats with the who's who of the entertainment industry, I, Siddharth Kannan, bring your very heartcake chat show called Candid Kannan. Tune in every Friday on the IVM Podcast app or wherever you get your podcasts.